Happy Mother's Day! My name is Noemie Gaines.
And I'm Sharnikya Howard.
And we are sister friends.
Yes,
and and we are sharing a little bit about us through this Happy Mother's Day podcast.
We're sharing a lot. It's for the mothers, the aunties, the godmoms, the ones that have a tribe, that are looking for a tribe, that are open to new experiences, that are
anxious and curious about life.
Yeah, it's for you.
Yep. But we also want you to share your perspective on what we're talking about. So we welcome you along this ride. Happy Mother's Day!
Happy Mother's Day!
I don't know why I laugh every time we do it.
Every time.
I hope it doesn't sound crazy to y'all because I think it's just so cute.
Yeah, it is.
Happy Mother's Day.
We cute.
I know.
Love this M. Ross situation.
We're both wearing M. Ross, Monique Ross.
Yeah.
She's just amazing.
She's the best.
She's also a stylist and does consultation. So we'll show her information somewhere. But if you are new here, welcome to the Happy Mother's Day podcast, season 2, where we are good girlfriends talking about everything and have decided to share life together.
I love that.
And this is just a documentation of that journey.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My good girlfriend. And so today we are talking about being strong. So some of the feedback we got, or one of the questions was around like how to navigate those times where you're just tired of being strong.
Which is right now.
And as I thought about it, for me, a lot of that being strong has been self-induced again. I am naturally reserved, very private, sometimes guarded, and I have taken on this role in a lot of different circles as being the fixer or the listener or the one you kind of go to for everything. And a part of me, I think it's just how I'm wired, or maybe there's something to unpack in therapy. I enjoy that. I like being helpful to my good girlfriends and honestly to even strangers in that way. I'm the girl in the elevator that someone is going to talk to. I'm going to learn their life story in the elevator and whatever.
See how you can help.
Yeah, see how I can help. Do you need funding for your nonprofit? Like whatever it is, I'm going to help you. And but in my, I call it like in my backstage, like with my girlfriends, I'm learning that I have to be vulnerable because this idea of being strong, I've put a lot of that on myself, just by not sharing as much or trivializing the things that I'm going through, because there are a lot of times where I might call a girlfriend to share something or to ask a question or to get help in some way. But once she shares whatever the drama is, now it feels like, okay, how dare I?
Yeah.
Like, why am I even going to bring that up with all that she's going through? And then I don't say anything. And I was so happy when the meme or whatever it was came out about like checking on your strong friends. And I started getting all these texts. And I didn't really know why I was getting all these texts. But, first my friend Maisha, I'm checking on you because you're my strong friend. And I'm like, oh, well, hey, girl, it felt so good. Like, yes, check on me.
Yes, check on me.
But I have to be willing to share and let folks know when I need help. And not just with Queenie, because I'm actually really good with letting the village know, like, hey, come get your girl.
It's
but
when we're advocating for our babies, right?
Yes,
you can do all the things
right. But just being more intentional about sharing so that I'm not always feeling like I have to be strong. And we hate that word. What do you think?
I'll talk about why I hate the word strong a little bit later, because I feel like this is going to be one of those longer conversations that will just travel. But just kind of hearing Shar's story, like I'm noticing that I had a lot of resentment about that. I don't know necessarily that I'm the strong friend, but I'm definitely like the listening friend. Like, I will stop everything and talk to you for an hour. And kind of like what you said, when it's time to share what you're going through, I can't do it. And I can't even blame my friends, because like there's probably only been one situation ever that I wasn't in a position where I could share, and it traumatized me so much. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna say nothing. You know what I mean? To the point where even when people ask about me, I have to force myself not to say everything's fine. You know? And I think a lot of it is and I didn't talk about this before, but I really struggle with complaints. I don't like to hear complaints. I don't like to complain. It probably is the way that I was raised. You know what I mean? Like the phrase where you think you have it bad, just imagine what it was like back in Haiti or back when you know what I mean? I'm like, well, of course, it's gonna be completely different. But I don't feel comfortable sharing with everyone, you know, things that I might be going through, because I also feel like if I'm sharing, that means it really bothers me. And it's something kind of big to me. So the fear of it being trivialized is enough for me to not say anything at all.
Is it that like sometimes you worry that, or you want that validation? Or
I think
like we want our feelings validated.
Yes, I think that's a huge piece of it, but I think a lot of it is also like I haven't always found people in my situation that can understand or relate. So like I think like the hardest thing for me to kind of go through is when I share certain things with someone and it kicks back to me and it's like not that big of a deal. And it's like, but it is that big of a deal to me. Absolutely. You know, it's deeper than just these, you know, this sentence that I said. And if we were to kind of dig deeper the same way that I feel like I dig deep, you know, in my conversations with people, then, you know, then maybe I will feel more validated and it will feel a little bit better. Therapy does work though, because therapy is one situation where I just gotta let it all out. And you know it's bad when your therapist is like, oh wow, you know, that's a lot. It's just like, okay, so I'm not going crazy. But I think like going ahead with like just that strong thing and being vulnerable, that's the key.
That's the key.
That's the key. And I will say, for the friends you included who I have shared with, it's like, girl, why are you dealing with this by yourself?
Yeah.
Like, why? And I think it has really helped me to have friendships like yours, and you know, friendships with a lot of my friends now, and practicing being vulnerable. People always say that you gotta be vulnerable, you have to be open,
it takes work,
you have to be honest. That's not easy.
Yeah, and everyone isn't deserving of it.
Everyone isn't
the space has to be safe. You have to feel comfortable doing so. And you know, I will say that, you know, at the same time, I've had a lot of safe spaces and still not done it. Yeah. One, I think it's just, I'm wired, you know, I'm just really private. And then it's the, you know, not wanting to share something knowing that other people are going through what seems like greater or more emotional or more traumatic. And, you know, I'm the friend who, like, if I text and I'm like, hey, how are you? And you're like, I'm okay. I'm like, is that a good okay? Or is that like a bad okay? Because I can't tell via text. And what do we need to do to make it a good okay? You know? And people don't dig in that way with me.
Really?
No.
Why do you think that is? Can I tell you what I think?
Well, you would. This one's gonna get to the T.
I mean, like, what's up? I'm like, I need to see. I need to lay eyes on you. But I don't do that for everybody.
Yeah.
I don't do that for everybody, but I think I do it with you because I feel like, and maybe this is a bit manipulative, but I kind of test my friends with certain things just to see how you would react to it. You know what I mean? Like, I'll just share a little bit. It's like, okay, that was cool. I feel a little bit more comfortable. Next time I'm going to share more. And then I'm going to share more. I'm just, like, another thing, kind of how you were saying, like, you were, I don't know if you said you were introverted, because I don't think you are. But you are private.
Very.
I'm not private. Like, I don't mind. If I feel a connection with somebody, I'm going to share all my business. You know, I'm just going to share it all. But I am more reserved.
Yeah.
And I think I should be. I don't think I've always been. I think I've shared information with people that I probably shouldn't have. Yeah. And it has bit me in the butt. But I just think that if I feel safe around you, I can tell you anything.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be reserved in my friendships. You know, especially coming into adult friendships. I was always a girl's girl. I've always had girlfriends. But in this season of my life, my bubble is a lot smaller. So like coming to terms, one, with that, you know, people that I thought I would share my lives with are no longer, you know what I mean, in my friendship circle. And now I have new people, like you're one of my newer friends, and I'm probably closer to you than almost anybody. Like we've gone on family trips together. I've shared, Kier and I have shared our innermost, feelings and, conflicts with you. I definitely consider you my wise counsel. And I think in that sense, because I have such a strong core group of people who, one, I feel like understand me on a different level, it's a lot easier to share. Easier is not the best word because it's not easy at all. Easy. But it's not as hard as it used to be. But it's something that I'm still kind of working through.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I mean, I think a lot of it goes back to just always being in that position as the helper.
Yeah.
But
you enjoy that.
I do.
Do you ever get tired of it? Honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
really,
there are times where, only when, right? If I actually do reach out,
and you needed that,
and then it turns into the other person's day. Okay, well, I guess it's not my turn today.
So what do you do? Is that what you do when that happens? Like if you reach out?
Yes, I just
really,
absolutely.
So how do you go back to filling your cup?
So I have a bae.
She does.
So I'll go there, and he's, that we're like best friends. So I can go there. I'll work, and I'm not saying that like I share things with you.
Yeah.
Maisha don't. There are few that I absolutely share things with.
Because I definitely don't mind my business when it comes to you.
No.
I'm like, I feel like there's something you're not telling.
Yes, indeed. And so there are a few of you that are that way, that I know I can go easily, right? But there are times where it just feels like my problem is too small.
Yeah.
And so why even bother? Not that you all won't help or you're not there to listen, but it's just like, that's small. Just get over it. Just move on. And I think that's a part of that strong narrative that I certainly fell into over the years of just being, and I'm so over it.
Yeah.
I need help me.
Yeah. I love
help.
I'm at a place where I think soft life, like the soft, I don't know if it's just like something on Instagram. Have you heard about it? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Okay, let me tell you. The way I heard about it was my goddaughter sent me a text, and she was like, "God, mommy, your life been soft since before before there was a soft." And I was like, "What does that even mean?"
You do. Honestly, you are the poster child for a soft life. But I think soft life is just a life free of not stress, but because life is just stressful, but it's free of like stress eating you up. You know what I mean? And I think it goes back to, you say surrendering all the time. Like, I think it's the way that you live your life. And I think on social media, soft life is just be rich and go on vacations all the time.
Okay.
And it's like, you're going to have to put in the work to get there. But you've been putting in the work.
For a long time.
I definitely, like, you are one of, like, you're of course one of my closest friends, but like, you are like goals for me. Because I'm like, I'm trying to be in a place where it's just going to figure itself out. Like, you just have this sense of like peace over you that I just haven't got.
That comes from a lot of trial and error though. Like a lot of me trying to figure it out. And
well, you figured it out.
Yeah,
and
let it go.
I don't need a template because I got this template.
Likewise.
No, for real. And I think that like when you're tired of being strong, I think the number one thing is to like lean in on your friends, lean in on your tribe. And can we talk about outsourcing? Because
yes, indeed.
Listen, I just feel like my day-to-day, especially now kind of being in the position where I have a little bit more freedom at home, in my mind it's like, oh, I have more time to do things that I should be doing, like laundry, like cooking, like, just family stuff. And I'm just, now that I'm doing this, like, girl, I need like 5 more people to help. Like, this isn't soft. I really thought that leaving my job, I have a soft-ish life. No, it's harder.
Yes.
It's much harder. But I don't know. I just feel like we kind of put too much on our plate.
We do. And we try to do all the things. And that's probably cultural. It probably comes with, being a woman. But we have to start to let a lot of those things go and prioritize and decide where you want, especially in your home, where you want to focus, and being okay if it looks different week to week, and letting go of having to do it all. You can hire a chef, you can hire a nanny, and if you cannot do those things, right, because everybody isn't at a right place where they're doing. I do not have a chef. Make that very clear. That is at my house every day, but you can decide, like, you know what, I'm only going to cook on Sundays and Wednesdays. I'm not cooking a fresh meal every day. Or laundry is going to be done on whatever, or going with the laundry service if you can. But it's just releasing a lot of control. I think that's what it's tied to as well, like releasing.
She's been telling me for years, you do too much. I'm like, no, I don't. I've been fighting it.
Because this one, she's like,
I want to do all the
Martha,
things.
she's all the people, the chef.
I know, but
but you actually are very good at these things.
I haven't updated you on life, but after you make your point, I will tell you how I've been doing. And
okay.
I want an assessment.
Well, I want to stop because I want to know.
Okay. So, like I said, I might have mentioned it here, but if not, if you follow me, you know that I quit my job. And I really wanted to be the steward. I just love like the homebody kind of lifestyle, but that's not what I was given. I feel like God gave me the spirit of entrepreneurship. Like it is impossible to do all the things. So what I do now is like I have a nanny. So I know that like the I don't know, like the dinner time, like I don't mind making dinner, but like putting it on a plate, washing dishes, giving baths, and like all that stuff, I do not enjoy that. If I cooked, I'm going to sit at the dinner table. Somebody else can do all the things. I will kiss you and put you to bed. But that timeline between dinner and going to bed, I am on the couch. So I have outsourced that. And I think that I had to give up on, I don't know, like growing up, my parents didn't always pick me up from school. You know what I mean? Like I went to aftercare. I always had activities. I always had somebody else there. And I remember, especially like towards middle school, me being alone after school. So in my mind, me wanting to do those things it's my stuff. It's me catering to the little girl inside of me, not necessarily looking at doing what I think my kids want for them. I'm doing what little Noemie wanted for her. My kids don't care whether I give them a bath or not.
That ouch. That's real.
I know. Deciphering between your stuff and the actual things that your kids are going through is key. That's therapy, by the way. Therapy has helped me out with that. But I think like for me, wanting to do all the things came from, and then also forgiving my mother, because my mother is a serial entrepreneur. And I remember growing up saying like, I want to be around more because I don't feel like my mom was there as much as I wanted her to be. But now as an adult, I'm able to do the things that I'm doing because I had an example. Right. Me starting my own business. When I told my mom that I wanted to quit my job and start my own business, she was like, okay, cool. I thought that it was going to be like this big thing, but for her, she's like, I just wanted you to get your law degree or your medical degree because I didn't want you to have a business, it not work out, and you fall on your butt and you don't have nothing. And she's like, but now that you're a lawyer, you can always go back to law school if you want to, but you don't have to. I don't care. Like her exact words, like, I don't care if that's not what you want to do. Wow. If anything, my mom wanted me to be an entrepreneur. So I think going back to, like I said, focusing on what it is that my kids need. My kids love home cooked meals. I love to cook. So that's something that I will do. My kids don't care whether I give them a bath, but my kids do care if I kiss them goodnight.
I love that. I mean?
So I've been listening to my babies and trying to figure out what are the ways where we can make the best use of our time.
And that's what it's about.
Yeah.
How do you make the best use of your time and it feel peaceful for you and your home and your family? And for those who can't, for whatever reason, or cannot prioritize a nanny, rely on the village. You can all get together and decide like, okay, this day you're going to take the kids, hand it off to another mommy in the village to help in another way, rely on grandma, whomever, so that you're not feeling like you have to do all the things. It's prioritizing which things are most important. Queenie There are certain meals that she loves for mommy to make, okay? But otherwise, she does not care who made it.
Yeah.
But what she cares about is playing outside. And I cannot spend all afternoon in the kitchen and go outside. We want to be outside.
They're always outside.
We're always outside. Because that girl loves to be outside. And I do too, but she lives and breathes it. So it's really prioritizing and thinking through what makes sense for your family. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
Especially because you actually are, like, you're good at organizing. Yeah. You're good at cooking. You're kind of, I can really hate you. I really shouldn't like you. I really shouldn't like you.
That's the problem. When you're good at a lot of things, you feel like you always have to do it. But it's the relinquishing of control. I never thought about, and I have a village. I've always had a village. And before relying on your village, ask your village. People are so quick to say, I don't have a village. You never know who your village might be.
Absolutely.
You became my village. This was not planned.
Right.
This was not planned. And it didn't have to be like this if I didn't ask for help. It started with me asking for help. It started, my baby doesn't have any friends. Do you want to be friends? No, it actually started at the wedding when I asked for, like, can I go to your room? I was by the bathroom breastfeeding. Yeah. I'm like, this isn't working. She has a kid that's the same age. Can I go to your room? I think, or maybe you offered or something. But I shared it with you, and, just from that conversation, because we had common experiences, we were kind of like in the same place with our girls, she was helpful. Yeah. And I can honestly say that it's rare that there's an opportunity where I reach out to a woman who I might not already have a relationship with and I'm shunned, or I'm like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Or the door is closed in my face. It doesn't happen often. I think the harder part is asking for help.
That's the hard part, because we are wired to be this strong woman, this strong Black woman, this strong everything. And so we just take it all in and we don't ask for help. We're embarrassed to ask. And we feel like,
let this be a lesson that don't be embarrassed. We've all been there. Whatever you can be going through, whether you're a mom or whether you're in business or whether you just stumbled upon our podcast.
I don't think I told you this. What? So we went to, I know, I made it like it was so dramatic, but it's a great story. Okay. So when we just got back from Arizona, we went to Scottsdale. We took the girls for spring break, and you and Sydney. No, I had all the girls. You were at the spa. It was your turn at the spa. And so I have Sydney on my arm. Queenie and Emery were, they hadn't fought yet. But they were like, there were cars coming. So I'm like, no, I want someone holding my hand and then you two hold hands. But I had all the bags for the pool, all of Sydney's things, and I'm walking, I'm chugging. I didn't have the stroller. Remember, I didn't want the stroller. Yeah. Being strong. That would have been helpful. Being strong. I don't know the stroller. So I'm walking and this woman comes over and she said, do you need help? And she has her daughter, who she's about 7. She said, do you need help? Well, that was my first response. No, I got it. I said, no, idiot, you don't have it. I said, yes. She kept walking. I said, actually, yes, I do need help. She carried, yes, she helped me carry the things to the pool. But my first response was, no, I got it. No, I did not have it. Yeah. I was clearly struggling, which is why she asked if I needed help. And she was so glad to do it. Like, just as chipper, so happy to help. And so I think, as you said, more people are willing to help than not.
They wouldn't have asked.
Absolutely.
If they weren't willing to help.
And some people may not even ask, but if you just ask, you'd be surprised how many will just say yes to helping you get out of the elevator with your kids.
Would you?
Or with your groceries, even if you don't have kids, whatever it is.
If someone were to come to you, and that's the way I kind of look at it now, I'm thinking about it now, like if someone, even if I didn't ask, if someone's like, hey, can you help me? I would never say no. Absolutely. First of all, I'll be too embarrassed to say no. It's like, that's just rude, But also, like, just from, it being a relatable experience, like we don't always have it together. And it's okay. I think that, if anything, I feel like that's the biggest lesson of this. It's okay to not be okay. It's so okay to not be okay. Where did this whole, like, we have to have it together, we have to be okay all the time,
And we can't blame that on social media.
We can't.
Because we've been this way for a very long time culturally.
Anything is the opposite. Social media is really pushing mental health and wellness, so it's like, we can't even say it's that. But I think embarrassment is something that you said. I think a lot of us, when we reach when we reach a certain goal, whether it be financial, whether it's in work or anything, we feel like we should be at a, like, for people who don't have templates, we sure do create our own, like, boxes.
For sure.
For what?
For sure.
For what? For what? So I'm wondering how much of it, like you said, is self-induced just in general. And I think it might be.
Yeah. So it's passed down. So how do we get out of this?
We ask for help, and I think kind of like this podcast, we have to be honest about our struggles. We have to be honest about the things that we're going through, because we've never had an episode where there wasn't at least one person who related to it.
For sure.
What we're doing isn't extraordinary.
Yeah.
We are highlighting the ordinary. We are literally just showing you what we go through on a normal day-to-day basis to normalize real life stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I love you.
I love you too. I love you too. So before we end, I just want to make a note. I don't know if I said it before, but I hate the word strong. Like, we have to have a different word, because I feel like strong in and of itself implies that we don't need help, right?
For sure.
That implies.
You got it.
What's another word? We need a new word. I know my word is softish. I feel like, because it's, softish. I just, not strong. Real isn't big enough. I don't know.
We'll get back to that.
Yeah.
We need a new word that we're going to replace
need,
strong.
especially for Black women.
Yeah.
Especially for us. I hate the strong Black women, strong Black woman thing. I don't like it. Because I feel like that implies that we can't ask for help. Mm-hmm. And I'm asking for help.
Okay.
I'm asking for help.
Me too.
Yeah, that's going to be the key. Are we ready to wrap?
We're ready to wrap.
I always say, let's land this plane.
You sounded like Emery when you said that. She doesn't say that, but you
or does she sound like me?
No, you sound like Emery.
Yeah, Emery's her own person.
Yeah.
She's goals. My daughter is goals. So when you're tired of being strong, ask for help. As simple as that sounds. It's simple. Don't wait to be asked.
Yeah.
Don't even aspire to be strong.
Get out of your own way.
Yeah, get out of your own way. Reach out to the people that are already in your lives. Like I said, there's never been a point. I think it was one time. Oh, remember I sent you guys a text message? I was like, I'm not doing okay today. And they missed the message. I got calls from both of them. Oh my God. What happened? And I was like, guys, it really, I was just having a sad moment. But the fact that we were in a text thread already made me feel good. But I was so scared to send that text message. I don't do that. I think that's the first time and the last time that I've ever done it. But I'm going to be better at that.
But yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. And I'm going to interject. The next time I call to share something and I'm cut off with a problem, I'm going to go, no, actually today I called you to share my problem.
And I think all of your friends will be receptive to that.
Yeah.
I really do.
I mean, I have a good handful, right, where I can do that.
I've met your friends and they are just some amazing
It's me.
people.
It's me.
Yeah, we just got to be better at that.
Yeah.
Let's not get in our own way. Yeah. Let's land this plane.
Yeah.
I really hope you took something from this. And if we didn't touch on any points that are just burning inside of you to mention, please let us know. I feel like this is an ongoing conversation anyway. Sure. But yeah, let's push through. Let's be open and vulnerable. Not just talk about it, but do it.
Let's be okay with not being okay.
Let's be okay with not being okay. I think that's good.
Yeah.
I think that's at least a really great place to start.
For sure.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
I love you. Thanks for being my strong friend. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Happy Mother's Day.